summer. Anyway, 844-500-4242, time now for the Chump Line.
This is Charlie Parker. The website's having so many troubles because of Donald J. Trump.
I know it was Donald Trump who convinced him, since he already had a shortage of vaccines by a couple of 100,000 a week for people who wanted them, he would double the number of people that were allowed to apply for them. And then he opened it up for massive fraud by saying anybody who has 2 comorbidities can also ask to get an appointment for a vaccination. And then he wondered why the site crashed. 413 wants to know, are the state flags in Massachusetts going to be flown at half staff tomorrow after the websites crash again?
Predictably, as a first-time offender, Bruce Springsteen was given probation for his DUI. His real punishment will be doing a podcast with Barack Obama.
Yeah, if you didn't see that, they let him plead out on just consuming tequila in a national resort, a national park. But since he blew under a 808, they let him dropped the charges against him for drunk driving. But he does have to. He is making the podcast with Barack Obama, or already has. That was another poll question I briefly considered this morning. Do you really believe Barack Obama that he punched somebody and brought blood to him when he called him a racial slur? I'm putting that in the category with the composite girlfriend and if you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. And I'm not going to raise taxes a dime on anybody making less than $250,000, as some of Barack Obama's least truthful statements. The Chump Line is brought to you by Matthews Brothers, America's oldest window manufacturer. This week enjoying the premiere of season 10 of Wicked Tuna, featuring America's favorite captain, Dave Marciano, and his pals Joe J. Brothers. Stay tuned.
If you like COVID lockdowns, you're going to love the Green New Deal.
Well put. I think we're already starting to see the early outlines of the Green New Deal in Texas last week, although the temperature now is up again in Texas, so it appears they're out of the woods for a while anyway. 617 says, memories of Mildred Thompson having the New Hampshire State Police escort the Massachusetts State Police over the state line because the Mass State Police were checking for mass plates at the New Hampshire State liquor stores. I loved Mildred Thompson, and his big ally was Bill Loeb, the crazy publisher of the Manchester Union Leader. He endorsed this the mayor of Los Angeles, Sam Yorty, for president in the Democrat primary in 72. He was going nowhere, but Sam Yorty later testified that he gave an interview to ABC that he knew that Bobby Kennedy was in Los Angeles the night that Marilyn Monroe died so mysteriously, when he claimed he was in San Francisco, the brother of the president, the attorney general. Needless to say, ABC News never ran that interview.
The only benefit to a Biden administration is we see what we dodged in 2016.
Yeah, exactly. We got a 4-year reprieve. I was just hoping for an 8-year reprieve, but it was not to be. But we had 4 years to prepare for it. Some of us prepared more than others. I wish I had done more, but again, they would have been coming. The same hearing that was going on today would have been going on in 2017 if Hillary had won. I'm convinced of that.
Howie, Charlie Baker calling. I know the COVID vaccines are a tremendously anxiety-provoking issue for the community, but the folks need to understand the metrics. The Commonwealth is ranked #1 among peer states for first doses per capita in the sectors related to the demographics when looking at geographic prominence, where the official songbird is Apoicil atricophilus. Is that so hard to understand?
Taylor, that actually sounds like what he said today and yesterday, doesn't it?
I'm pretty sure that was verbatim, yes.
Was that really Charlie Parker? Is he listening to the show again? You're welcome to come on. The last time we had Charlie Parker on the show, he was fighting against the automatic increase in the gas tax of 2 or 3 cents a year per gallon. Now he is trying to impose his own 38-cent per gallon gas tax with no vote by either the legislature or the people. Times have changed.
We've got them in nicely decorated shipping containers. When can we expect to start shipping them back?
Well put. Instead, we're just going to sing them some happy songs like from Leslie Gore. Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. Go ahead.
Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows.
Welcome to America, little amigos. We're going to give you an EBT card and a Section 8 apartment and a mass health card so you never have to pay for anything.
Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows.
What's not to be smiling about?
They want to pass a thing so Biden doesn't have the nuclear codes. Forget that. How about just taking away the steak knife at the dinner table? I mean...
That was a very cruel thing to say, but that's usually one of the final things. After you take away the car keys and the remote control and everything else, you take away the sharp knife at the dinner table.
Howie, Joe Biden calling. Come on, man. More people have died from COVID-19 than died in World War I and World War II combined. Think about it, man. If Eli Whitney hadn't invented his cotton gin, we'd still be fighting world wars, and we'd be wearing wool face masks. I mean it.
Somebody give him the vaccine, as he calls it. The vaccine for COVID-19.
Yeah, man, Howie, it looks like, considering his many accidents, Tiger could use some driving lessons. Take it from someone who knows.
The difference was Tiger could have passed the breathalyzer, Senator. That's a big difference.
If something illegal has happened to you and you need help from the ACLU, if you're not a county, better call your mommy, because these lefties are going to tell you to screw.
So true. So true. You know, even if you disagreed with the ACLU, you kind of had to have respect for them. You know, they would go into Illinois, Skokie, a lot of Holocaust survivors there. They would defend the right of Nazis to have a parade in Skokie. I mean, it was a horrible thing the Nazis were doing, but it did seem to come under protected speech guaranteed by the First Amendment, and the ACLU would fight for that. They would now they wouldn't fight for the poor woman in Milton who lost her job for saying you don't have to wear a mask, because they're just an ideological arm of the far left Democrat Party.
1877 Cage for Kids, KAGE Cage for Kids, 1877 Cage for Kids, denied by Biden today.
Donate your cage today.
That was your last Chump Line message. Thank you for calling Howie Carr, you chump.
That's it for the Chump Line today. The Chump Line is the recorded voicemail message service of the Howie Carr Show. You can call and leave a message at any hour between 1 and 4 p.m. Eastern Time every weekday. The Chump Line number, 844-500-4242. Press 2 for the Chump Line. Leave your message. We may or may not play it at this time each weekday, or we might play it later on tonight on Chopped Chumps. That is our podcast that we post every evening weekday evening around 7 o'clock. And you can get Chopped Chumps wherever you get your Howie Carr Show podcasts. The Chump Line is brought to you by Matthews Brothers, America's oldest window manufacturer. This week, enjoying the premiere of Season 10 of Wicked Tuna, featuring America's favorite captain, Dave Marciano, and his pals, Jay, Joe, and Angelica. Wouldn't it be great to be out there fishing with them for free, courtesy of Matthews Brothers? Stay tuned.
1877 Cage for Kids. KAGE Cage for Kids. 1877 Cage for Kids. Denied by Biden today.
That was the best use of that tune I've heard in a very long time. I'm Howie Carr.